Hey, and welcome to today's video, and we find ourselves in the West Country and we find ourselves on the beach, and I've got about an hour roughly before another storm front comes in and hits us. So I thought it'd be great to come down, maybe take some pictures of the waves and stuff coming in over here. We've got all these rock pools and all this very predominantly slate material, but you see there's lots of different colors and stratifications. I don't know if you can see all that all in here, and I'm hoping we've got about an hour that we can make the most of some fairly flat light, but hopefully we get some good images like this. Well, I think today I'm going to have to keep the talking down to a minimum, which might please some people, because the wind is just relentless, and it's just blown over my other sort of vlogging camera. I'm hoping it's not damaged, so I'm going to have to check that out in a minute, but it just blew over on its tripod, so I'm thinking I'm going to have to try and keep everything down to the ground if I can, because the wind is coming in straight off the sea. But good news, it's getting a bit brighter out there, so we might have some contrasty photographs coming up, especially making use of all this sort of slate material going on in the background. I'll briefly talk you through this scene very quickly. I was originally making use, or trying to make use of this white rock in the corner of the image, but I just felt it was just taking the attention away. If you see that now, it just takes your attention away down to this corner of the image and not really back here where I like all this sort of waviness going on. So I've set the camera up very low, as you can see, and I'm not sure if we can make any image out. No, I don't even want to bother showing that. And we've got all this lovely lineage and the stratification going through there and leading up into this sort of like archway, which is kind of framing what's going on back here. So that's the image, that's what we're going for. If it came out, here's the image. Whoa, okay, so hopefully you can hear me in this. Let me turn myself around here. Right, I'm very aware at this precise moment that the tide is coming in with quite a bit of force, and the wind is picking up as well. Now, although we've got blue skies and stuff going on at the moment, but I don't want to be lured into a false sense of security. So what I might do is, just as you can see the tide coming in around here, is just spend some time just setting myself up a little bit further back, because with each wave, oh my goodness, with each set of waves, the water's coming in quite a few meters, so I don't particularly want to sort of like test my luck too much. So yeah, I'll take a couple of long exposures, I think, in here. If I could just sort of like get myself settled down in behind some of these rocks, just to get out of the wind, but it's going to be very hard because the wind is straight in off the sea. And I can see lots of lovely waves out there, which would be nice with the 100 to 400 on it, but we'll see. I might have to go around the other side and just maybe wait for the tide to come in to try and get a few more shots as the waves come crashing in onto the rocks. So we'll see how we go, but way up. So yes, I'm going to set myself up a little bit further back and try and take some long exposures. Okay, so I've finally given up over at the back there. I'm going to maybe sort of go shoot a little bit further inland out towards the sea stacks with the 100 to 400, and if I have to chase my hat up this beach anymore, I'm going to be very put out. So I found this little green, boulder just stuck there in between the pink and the white rocks. I just thought it looked rather interesting. So what I've done is I did initially take a panorama with bracketing the shots, because we've obviously got very, very harsh sunlight coming in at the moment, and it's kind of doing all sorts of things with the exposures. So I've just messed around and I've taken quite a few images of this shot. I think I'm going to probably settle to for the image that I've taken with the camera in landscape orientation, and I've taken three, one to the left, one of the rock, and one to the right of the rock, and obviously stitched them together in Photoshop. And I've basically left the sky. I haven't bothered trying to include the sky at all, because it's just too distracting. And there's nothing really very interesting going on there at the moment, apart from you know, either sun or it's raining. It's on or off at the moment. So yes, with when I stitch that back together, this should be the image. Well, at the moment, as the tide is coming in, I wouldn't mind coming back to this section in maybe an hour to see if I can get anything interesting, maybe stand up on these rocks behind me here and do something with this rock again, with maybe the tide coming in around it. I think that would look quite nice. But I'm going to see if I can take some more sort of like more intimate shots. There's lots of patterns and lots of detail going on in all these boulders and rocks and things, so I'm going to spend probably another sort of hour just messing around with a few compositions, and we'll see what we get. Well, this might be the end of the video. I'm not quite sure yet. I'm not sure if this is going to be an insert video or a standalone video. The conditions really weren't there for making an actual standalone video, really. One, battling the wind, and racing the tide back, actually, because it came in quite quickly. But I've managed to get a few images which I've been happy with, so hopefully they've come out all right.
And with that, the GoPro died. Thank you so much for joining me with this one. If you'd like to leave a like and subscribe, and we'll do this all again next time. Until then, bye for now.